Welcome back, everybody, to some more Grand Tactician, the Civil War, and I want to give just a special shout out and thank you to all of the folks who have signed up on Patreon over the last couple of months. 3 months ago, we had about 25 patrons, and we're near 70 now, and I cannot express to you how immensely grateful my family and I are, because you guys are making it possible for me to continue to do this and not have to go out and get a job somewhere. To supplement my income. As I've mentioned before, I normally, this time of year, I'm traveling around the country speaking in schools. I can't do that right now. Everything's shut down. We have no events, and so I have no income other than YouTube. And what's supplemented through Patreon is actually really, really helpful for us right now. So we are grateful for that. And with that said, I want to go ahead and add a couple of new patron units that have come in the last couple of days. Micah Summers, thank you so much, Micah. We've been having a chat today. He's a reenactor, has worked with 20-pounder Napoleons, which is really cool. And so I thought it'd be cool that for his Battery G light artillery, which is going into the Army of Northern Virginia and Buckner's Corps, that we would give him the first 24-pounder howitzer unit. So there you go. He asked for gray jackets with red trousers. So there you have it, Micah. Thank you so much. He's a major general in support, and so I'm grateful for that. And speaking of our major general support, Wilbrod Smith has requested his Pillows Flying Artillery be added. He mentioned something about Hardy's Corps, but I think I've probably replaced Hardy because I can't find Hardy in here anywhere. So if you guys know where it is, or Wilbrod, if you want to let me know where you want them. For now, I'm going to add them to the Army of Tennessee, which only has just the one corps under Cadmus Marcellus Wilcox at the moment. But if there's somewhere else you'd rather they be, I will be glad to transfer them. All right, so I think that's everybody we have right now that needs to be added. If you have a unit that is coming to you and I haven't added it, please reach out and let me know. I may have just overlooked it. We do still have 2 more that need to be added. And that is Sweets and Morgan's Raiders. And as soon as we get the troops available for us, it may be a few months before that happens, we'll get them added. So as we're investing more in our technologies, in our infrastructure, things like that, we're seeing that foundries are being constructed. There's one here going in at Fredericksburg, which is kind of interesting because it looks like, Fredericksburg's controlled by the Union, and I'm really not sure why that's the case, but that absolutely cannot stand. So we're going to move Hampton's 1,500 men up here to deal with that. Well, I think we'll probably add some more men to his division if at all possible. We've got Fort William there with 3,000 men to kind of hold the line, at least long enough for us to send somebody down if there becomes an issue there. Just a reminder, we do have the 2nd Corps headed toward Pittsburgh. We're going to put a little pressure on the Yankees. He'll probably shift some of his men over there to deal with that. Looks like it's going to take 30 hours for them to receive those orders. All right, here comes Hampton's 1,500 men to reoccupy Fredericksburg and to take that foundry that was just built. And we're going to keep the 1st Corps kind of parked right here in the middle between Winchester and Fredericksburg. That way they can kind of go to either spot when necessary. Not entirely sure why Fredericksburg hasn't shifted back over to our side yet, but I'm guessing that'll happen fairly soon. All right, we're moving on Pittsburgh. I don't see any of the Union. Looks like the Department of the Ohio. Okay, it's still there. Still just about 3,000 men. He's got units here in Indianapolis that really haven't added anything either. And at the moment, he's still about 40,000 men less than me, but his Navy tonnage is just absurd right now compared to mine. Glorious victory at Memphis Ferry. So that's my Navy moving in to break the blockade of Memphis. I told you it probably wouldn't be hard to do, even though he's got a ton of a bunch of Navy tonnage. He only had 1 ship there, so I knew I'd probably be able to drive them off. All right, so let's think about our next steps. I think we should have Cairo. I think, we do. I want to go ahead and add maybe another fort here outside Paducah, although I don't really have any manpower at this point to... Let me show you the manpower situation, because the units that have lost men are replenishing them. So some we actually have a negative manpower. Alabama's got enough for 2 more brigades. Louisiana's got enough for another infantry brigade, and that's it. I could form 3 more brigades, and then I'm maxed out on manpower, at least for now. Pittsburgh is ours. I don't know what that's going to mean for anything, but British intervention has not gone up from 20%. We've got a couple of blockades now, Tampa Port and the Cairo Blockade. So we're actually sending our Navy now up to Cairo to deal with that. He does appear to be moving the Department of the Ohio over. I don't know why in the world he would try to take on the force that I have in Pittsburgh with just 3,000 men. Maybe he's going to stop short and maybe hit Wheeling. I don't know. I'm waiting to see. Here comes the Department of Pennsylvania. That's only 4,000 men. Oh, okay. All right, I see. He's got an army that he's formed up here. He's got 7,000 men. So between all of those, maybe he can give me a run for my money. I've got to keep Jackson's First Corps here, though. I really can't shift them to help. We're just going to have to deal with this as best we can near Pittsburgh. So I think what we need to do to reduce the pressure on our forces that have hit Pittsburgh is we're going to need to find another place to make an incursion. Department of the West has 1,600 men, so very little with which to put up a fight against Benjamin McCulloch and his 5,000-man Western Army. So we're going to go ahead and move them into central Illinois. And I probably need to think about doing something with Johnston's Army of Tennessee, though I really like holding... Oh yeah, we made privateering legal. I like being able to hold Cairo, but I think what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and build a fort here, if we can. Might not be able to do it. Interesting. I don't really know exactly what the requirements are for being able to build a fort in a particular area and why you can in some places and why you can't in others. But I guess we have to go with it. All right. 25th Army is in contact with the 2nd Corps Army of Northern Virginia. This should be interesting. I don't know what the numbers look like, but let's dive in. All right, at least for now, he's only got 5,000 present, though he's expecting, it looks like, a total of 17,000. So we've got an opportunity while his numbers are low to try and make something happen. This is the Battle of Pittsburgh, July 1st. It's going to be fought on the Bull Run battlefield. Just a reminder, they will have additional battlefields. They're working on those. That's part of the roadmap. Once they make the game more stable and they can actually get to their development roadmap, that's something that's going to be happening. But I feel like we've got a pretty good chance with the forces we have. Let's go ahead and see where he's coming in. It looks like he's coming in from Centerville, so kind of the historic area for the Union. By the way, I think I can announce I know where Hardy is. He's in command of the French Zouaves. So that's where he is. Let's go ahead and get his division that he's a part of moved up here. We've only got 4 infantry brigades right now in this unit. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we have on the field. So we've got the VMI Cadets, the French Zouaves, the New York Copperheads, and the 6th Alabama Infantry, along with the Polish Artillery. Battery G, light artillery makes its appearance. Those 24-pounders might come in really handy in this battle. I think we're going to go ahead and put them at the stone bridge, although we have no idea whether or not he's even going to cross there. But that seems like a really good spot to put them. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, not at all what I was expecting. He's coming in from the other side. He's over here on Chin Ridge. Oh, my goodness. This is why I need to have cavalry. I haven't added any cavalry to this force yet. So we're going to have to throw these guys up on Henry Hill. Let's get our infantry into position and ready for a defense. All right. So the artillery opens things up. Hopefully we slow him down just a little bit while we get our infantry into position. But he's moving quick. VMI cadets hopefully are going to be the first ones in there. We're not even going to get... I was trying to get lined up into this fence, but he is rushing with his skirmishers in there. Alright, you know what? Charge right into those skirmishers, boys. And that's double time with these guys. VMI cadets are going to make a valiant charge to try and protect the infantry. This is the Polish artillery right here with their 12-pounder Napoleons. French Zouaves are going to try to get there as quick as they can. They're obviously not going to be able to line up where I wanted them to, at least for now. Alright, let's hold off right here. We'll get the VMI cadets in position there. 6 Alabama infantry, let's put them in right on this side here. Oh, I guess the VMI cadets just charged into his main line. Oh man, wasn't expecting that at all. Wish I could tweak that movement just a little bit. And let's at least get their facing the other way. Man, that was a mess because I didn't expect to run into him that quickly. All right, here's our 24-pounder howitzers. We got to get them moved up. They've got to be close. Alright, I don't know what's going on with these VMI boys. Hardy's French Zouaves are waiting for them to pull back so I can do something here. Oh, now here comes his other infantry. Come on, pull out of there, guys. That's probably all he's got on the field right now is just these 2 units. We know he's expecting more. But let's take a look. Yeah, well, no, he's got 15,000, so there's more somewhere. They must be behind them, or they're going on a flanking run. I don't know. There's a lot more men out there. Oh, where the VMI goes. Oh, the VMI broke. That was my fault. I had them charge into the skirmishers, not knowing they would continue that charge into his main line. So sorry, VMI boys. My bad. Alright. Let's get the French Zouaves attacking here. Why are they not firing? Yeah, I'm really not sure what this is about. In the meantime, we've got the 6th Alabama coming up. Got the Copperheads over here. They're firing. Alright, you're about to taste my 24-pounders, my friend. This is going to be fun. There's the VMI cadets. They haven't figured out where they're going yet. Alright, we need to get the copperheads out of the way so our 24-pounders can do their thing. I don't really think they can fire over their heads. We've got nobody over here. Who's this? Oh, that's Duncan's battalion. I didn't have him in there yet. I didn't realize I had that much artillery. Let's get the French Zouaves over here. Get them moved up. Alright, copperheads are moving out of the way. There we go. Now our 24-pounders can open up. Oh, gloriousness. That's not a word. I know it's not a word. It's just how I feel. You know what I need to do is drop my map scroll speed just a hair here. Because I just can't get right where I want to be. There we go. Now, we know he's got more men, so we need to keep an eye out for that. We've only seen maybe a third of his force. There's McClellan right there. I just don't know where the rest of them are. But we have to deal with who we can see, and then we'll adjust as needed. We've got to. I got to remember as well. Thank you for those of you who pointed out the fact that one of the cavalry units I created yesterday, I inadvertently armed them with the wrong guns. So we need to find that unit and get that corrected when we get a chance. All right, French Zouaves haven't lost a man yet. Are these guys laying down? I think they are. The Indiana Brigade. You know what? French Zouaves, do it, boys. Charge those guys. You got them 2-1. They're laying down trying to avoid the artillery fire. And while we're at it, let's send the New York Copperheads to do the same on the West Virginia Brigade. Come on, Hardy. Let's see those boys do their thing today. The new patch, they've said, is also going to include a couple of new sprite options, new uniform options. That'll be available. Designs, I guess. I think I pretty well got this in hand. Still not sure where the rest of his men are. But it's been pretty one-sided. He still outnumbers me, though. He just hasn't brought the rest of those men to the field. Alright, the New York Copperheads drove off the West Virginia Brigade. But surprisingly, the French Zouaves were not able to drive off the others. But they did gain... And we're going to actually give them the Zouave 1 perk. Trained to fight according to French Chaussure IPA theories. This unit is drilled in fast movement on the battlefield. So we'll give them the Zouave option, though they're not going to be able to use it today. Man. I can't believe the Indiana Brigade drove him off. How many men does he have left? Let's take a look and see. Interesting. Alright. Well, we'll just keep doing this the old-fashioned way. Although I've had 2 of my units driven off now because of foolish charges on my part. The point is, don't use that willy-nilly, I guess. Got to be a little more cautious about how we use the charge. Oh, okay. Hardy says, we're not done yet. Or is he just breaking the other way? That may be. Let's pause for a second, because we could probably use a rally here. The whole division's been routed? What? Well, I guess his other unit was already routed, so we got to get a better general in there, I guess. Villepug is probably not the best guy for the job. Man, this whole battle line's just been screwy because I didn't get a chance to get lined up the way I wanted to. How many men's he got left? 1,500. All right, so the good news is he withdrew from the field with, now this is kind of interesting, 4,000 infantry of 17,000, but only 2,200 of 15,000 casualties. So I'm not really sure what to believe there, but we lost 866 men. The good news is we defeated him. We drove him from Pittsburgh. Wasn't the prettiest victory, but we'll take it. All right, well, this is interesting. I don't remember building a fort. I don't know if he built one and I just took it or what happened here, but apparently I have a fort that's under siege, Fort Morgan, which is what all the forts get called, 50 men there. But what I want to do right now is I want to take a look. Oh, we're out of supply at the moment. That's probably not ideal. I want to take a look at Buckner's 2nd Corps because we need to make some changes here. Not a fan of Villepug's performance, and you can see his fame's actually gone down. We're going to go ahead and replace him. Everyone knows his name and deeds. Yeah, I don't care. All right, who do we have available to us? Joe Johnston doesn't have a command at the moment. John Bell Hood right here. Interesting. I like the idea of Hood. So let's put Hood in charge of that division. So now we've got Hood and Longstreet as division commanders under Buckner. Although I don't know why we have Buckner. Well, Buckner's decent. Longstreet's a little better. Van Dorn's actually in charge of the artillery, and he's got some really good stats. All right, so then we've got Gustavus Smith, William Hardy, Samuel Jones, and E. Porter Alexander. These guys are all decent. I don't see a need to replace any of them. We've got Jeb Stewart in command of the cavalry with George Pickett commanding that lone brigade right now. I need to get some cavalry in Buckner's force, but I don't know if I have any more available. Yeah, we probably can get enough Georgia men together for a cavalry unit. Let's do that. It's going to take some time to get them there. It's going to take 22 days before they arrive. All right, I feel like everybody's converging on Pittsburgh, so I've got to put some pressure somewhere else. So we're going to go ahead and send the Army of Tennessee, which is really just the 1 corps right now, up toward Evansville, Indiana. I'm hoping that'll draw some of his forces west. Between that and the fact that I've sent an incursion into central Illinois, because I feel like he's converging with a lot of men on the 2nd Corps here in Pittsburgh, where I have only about 12,000 men at the moment. So the Department of Ohio is parked just outside. He's only got about 2,000 men. Here comes the 25th Army. That's the one I'm worried about because I don't know exactly what he has, but we're about to find out. All right, at least to start, we're facing about 9,500 men. We've still got 636 wounded from our last fight that are with us, but he's definitely got reinforcements on the way. It looks like we're going to be fighting at Bull Run again. So this time, let's be a little more cautious with our advance. We've got some new generals in here. Deschler. Oh, Deschler's division. I don't even know. You know what that is? That is the remnant of the guy who commanded the fort that I didn't even know I had. Interesting. So he's there, but he really doesn't have any command. So let's bring the whole 2nd Corps up here, and then we'll get in position. All right, here they come. Once again, we're running into him pretty quickly. Now, it's late in the day, and he seems to be kind of bypassing me. I was moving into a defensive position along these fences here. We got our 24-pounders trained on the spot that he's moving into. I think I'm going to probably have to shift Hood. Actually, we'll keep Hood where he is. We'll have to bring Longstreet back down this way. Shift him just a little bit further over. There we go. We'll bring up the guns. And there won't be a lot of action just because we're already at almost 6 o'clock. Come on, Hood, get your boys in there. "24-pounders are firing hot." Polish artillery is going to get theirs going here too. All right, now he's stopping. And he's going to engage Hood. We may have to move Longstreet again. I might have been better off keeping Longstreet where he was. Maybe bring Longstreet in through these woods. All right, switch it up there, buddy. All right, let's get the French Zouaves up. Via my cadets, a chance to redeem yourselves. Now that you've got a competent division commander. I'm going to move up these 24-pounders a little bit. These are 12-pounder Napoleons. We should probably get them closer too. Alright, Longstreet, let's get it figured out here, guys. I know I gave him some conflicting orders. That's the problem. Man, that's a lot of artillery fire. I think my artillery is going to make a big difference here. Alright, we got a bit of a problem because Longstreet didn't get into those woods. So now we need to kind of flip over the VMI cadets to meet this new threat. Where is Longstreet? Come on, guys. Get him in there. I'm going to give individual brigades orders here, see if that helps get them where I want them. The way it works is, and I'm gonna be making kind of a tutorial. A lot of folks have been asking me to make a video about that. The way it works is whatever unit you're issuing orders to, the orders are going to come from the next higher up. So if you give orders to an entire division, that division is going to receive those orders from their corps commander, if there's a corps. If not, then from the army commander. If you issue orders to an individual brigade, those orders have to come from the division commander. And if, you know, for example, if I send a brigade all the way to the other side, then it's going to be tough to get orders to him because they have to come from the division commander. So the game really rewards keeping your units together as much as possible. Here they come. Who's that? Massachusetts State Militia. Alright, Hardy's boys are doing well so far. Alright, we've got a perk for the VMI cadets. I like the Iron Discipline. And that's one that does level up. It seems like the volley one does not. Alright, we're getting the Copperheads into position. Man, there's just so much artillery fire we're bringing to bear on him. I don't know if moving Duncan's battalion up is going to make them able to fire from there. Alright, let's give long-range orders to New York Copperhead so they'll start firing. Once again, we've definitely got the edge here. I don't know why he's down in one spot, but I'm not complaining. I know that is something they're going to address with the AI's tendency to bunch up. Remember, this is a game that is definitely much a work in progress. It's got a long way to go. This is artillery here. Oh, that's Maine State Militia. It is artillery though. Alright, I'm going to move these 12-pounders up. And I'm going to bring Lomax's 24-pounders around over here. We don't have a lot of daylight left. I think we got him. Yeah, I'd say so. Go ahead and speed things along. Say hello to my little friends. Oh, yeah. He's like, we're out of here. Enough of that. 12 pounders, 24 pounders, right up close. No, thank you. That's it. Run, boys. Run. All right, as we enter day 2 of the fight, he doesn't seem to be showing signs of relenting. We've got an update for the New York Copperheads. Let's get him some sharpshooters. 6 Alabama Infantry has the deadly volley, which does not appear to update, to upgrade. So I don't know if hopefully we'll add a second one at some point. I've got Battery G of the light artillery with their 23 24 pounders up front. Although it looks like he's planning on getting out of here. Well, he hasn't quite pulled out of here yet. So we're going to pursue. And it starts with Longstreet heading up here to where the stone bridge is. And that was enough. We just had to get another round or two on him. And that caused him to pull out. Major General Milo Haskell in command of the 1st Corps. Get your men out of here. So it looks like General Van Dorn was the man with the honors this time around. That's our artillery commander, our artillery division. So the artillery obviously doing their job. And honestly, I think that's what's making the difference right now in these battles, is that I have a great deal more artillery than most of the enemies that I've faced. And I think that's really just wreaked havoc on his ability to function with the infantry. All right, we're going to fight this one more time. And the key here with fighting these battles is he's got so many units in the area, including one corps that's on the way that has 24,000 men, that we have to defeat whatever forces he puts into field quickly before the reinforcements can arrive. So in this case, it's the Department of Pennsylvania who hit me with only about 5,000 men. So I'm outnumbering him about 2 to 1, which makes it ideal for me to be able to beat him quickly, and especially if he's going to come to me, which he appears to be doing. So we're going to sit tight right here and wait and see what happens. This will probably be the last fight for this episode. It's been pretty much all the battle for Pittsburgh, which is to be expected. You send a corps into the north and take one of his major industrial centers, you can expect that he's going to send everything he's got at you. All right, we started advancing, and we're finally going to make contact with him right around Henry and Matthews Hills. Got to bring the artillery up. I've been kind of leapfrogging here and there. It's not a good spot for the artillery because you got this valley down here in between the 2 hills. And it's a pretty sloping valley. If you ever visit the battlefield, it really slopes for a long time, kind of a slow grade. Is he pulling back? No, I don't think he is. So we'll bring up the artillery. And I think we'll kind of sit tight here and see if he'll engage me. If he's smart, he'll just pull back and wait for his reinforcements. But I don't think he's that smart. Looks like he's got a new division commander, though. I see Cadwallader's in command of one of the divisions. He wasn't before. Oh, this is a different unit. That's why this is Patterson's command again. We're fighting different units than we fought before. All right, here he comes. We're getting the artillery in place. Hopefully, I don't know how easily they're going to be able to fire up onto Henry Hill. Let's bring the Polish artillery around and put them in place up here. And then we're going to have to bring Hood's division up and into his flank. No, there we go, right there. This is just our skirmishers right now. Still, that's we got to get up on top of this hill. We can't do much from down here. Yeah, we'll leave them there for now. Bring these guys up. We'll move the New York Copperheads into position here. Sixth Alabama over there. While Hood's division comes in and smashes into his right. And again, this is about defeating him before his reinforcements arrive, because he could have as many as 20 or 30,000 reinforcements headed toward this battlefield. We got to defeat these guys before he can bring them in. We know we have a much bigger showdown coming in Pittsburgh, because he's sending tens of thousands of men this way. So the more I can defeat them a little piece at a time, the better. Alright, let's get Jones's detachment back with the rest of his men. Same with these guys. There's enough for the skirmishers. The 12-pounders there. We've got our Polish artillery with their 12-pounders. We got to get these 24-pounders in closer, if at all possible. Although they're firing right now. As long as I have the numerical advantage, these battles are probably, for the most part, never going to be in doubt. But at some point, he may bring a superior force, and then it should be interesting. There we go. Yeah, I figured that one wouldn't last very long. All right, we're going to wrap it up right there. A lot more to do, a lot more coming your way. We're going to get that Western Army involved here, hopefully very soon. But let me know your thoughts. Use the comment section below. We'll have some videos on some other games coming here in the next day or two. I won't just be Grand Tactician all the time. But I know this is kind of we're riding the hot hand right now. This is what everybody seems to want to see. So thanks for watching, guys. Check it out. Check out in the link below. I'm putting a description. This is the 17th of September, which means it's the anniversary of the Battle of Antietam, which was fought September 17th, 1862. I've uploaded a couple of vlogs I did from the Antietam battlefield. Not a lot. I just showed kind of a few minutes of a couple of spots. The cornfield, Dunkard Church, the Sunken Lane, Burnside Bridge, and the cemetery. So there's a link in the description below that will take you over to my Vlogging Through History channel. You can check that out. And we'll continue to get stuff uploaded there, and we'll have some new content coming very soon. Thanks for watching.